Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on opening day. It is Saturday, the 13th of September, 2024. Going to look to feature ninth race at Belmont, the Big A. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Remember to go check out my St. Ledger previews from Doncaster, St. Ledger meeting previews from Doncaster. The big one's tomorrow there, so I hope you check out that preview. But we have an excellent weekend of racing from Belmont at the Big A. Good opening day card, good card Saturday. I think Sunday's card, some of those stakes, those turf races can be stakes races. So I'm looking forward really to Sunday's card. But in general, it's a very good. I always like the Belmont fall meeting, and I can't wait for 2 weeks when we have the big stakes races with the Woodward and the Joe Hirsch. But we're going to look at the featured ninth race now. Let's get to it. It is the Winter Memory Stakes, going for a purse of $150,000. Race for 3-year-old fillies. We have an oversubscribed field of 15 horses entered. 11 through 14 are AEs, 15's an MTO, 10 will head to the inner turf course, the 1600-meter journey, or a mile on the inner turf course. I'm going to take the 5 horse here, Whiskey Decision. I'm going to go 5-7-8-3 in the superfecta. 5-7-8-3 super. Top selection of 5 horse, Whiskey Decision. This 3-year-old filly into the mischief. Arnold Delacour trains. Junior Alvarado picks up the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came in the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks at Del Mar, a mile and a furlong on the 17th of August, and he finished 6th by 7 lengths. He's beat 2 horses home. He set the pace, setting some good fractions up front, but then he just crumbled. He couldn't keep up late. Maybe he just got tired going to the West Coast. I think coming to the East Coast against these horses, where you could basically walk on the front end against these horses, I think he could go all the way and run a good race to win. I think he has the good poster and the forwardly pace to go all the way. He ran 2 back in the Christiana at Delaware, mile and 8th on the 8th of July, and he won by 2 1/4 lengths. And from a tracking trip, he got the lead. He quickened up nicely. He was driving home. That was a very good race for him that day with an 86 buyer, and then an 87 buyer at Churchill, going a mile and a 16th and on the 10th of May against against 3-year-old. Went by 5 1/4 lengths, closing up from mid-pack, was a little bit wide, but really got the job done quite easily for the turf debut. Prior to that, was running on the Tapeta at Turfway. Sprinting first time out, he gained a little bit of ground, but I don't think he wants to sprint. But after that, going a routing trip at Turfway over the mile on the main special weight, win by 6.5 from a stupidly wide poster. He really flew home clear late. Training well at Fairhills at 6-1. I'm going to use him. I think the 7-horse poolside with Slim for George Arnold and Frankie Dettori. It's going to be incredible. Frankie's going to be riding here in New York, it seems, this fall. But I think this horse can win also. His race 2 back in the Pen Oaks was really nicely done. Win by head. He had to be used a lot, but he got the job done. Came back to run the Tempin at Churchill over the mile in late June, where I don't think he handled the turf course. Was wide and just never really got going. That turf course could play that new turf course, Churchill, plays a little spongy, so horses either handle it or don't. I don't think he was handling it that day. And then the Appalachian at Keelan over the mile opening weekend, she finished 5th by 6 lengths. He just kind of hit the wall late, but I think refreshing against these horses, run buyers definitely can win here. I'm going to use her on the ticket. And then throughout the 8 horses, dynamic pricing for Irad and Chad. Didn't want to go the mile 3/16 in the Belmont Oaks 2 back on this turf course. Came back to run a decent third, closing up in the Lace Classic over the mile 16th, but the Edgewood wasn't a bad race. The debut victor on this turf course back in November wasn't bad at all. I'm going to give her a shot here at 5-2 here in this opening day preview. Or opening day feature, excuse me. But to recap my selection for the 9th from Aqueduct, it is the Winter Memory. He's going to take the 5-horse Whiskey Decision, give kudos to the 7-horse Poolside with Slim and the 8-horse Dynamic Pricing, 5-7-8-3 Super, 5-7-8 in the multi-race. With that being said, good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.